Hi guys, Excel Insider welcomes you back to the channel. Today in this episode I will show how you can make a searchable drop-down list through data validation in Excel. For example, here in the company list sheet, I have a list of Fortune 500 companies, and here I have created a drop-down list using data validation. If I open the drop-down list, I can see all the 500 companies here. Now if I want to filter the companies containing bank, my list is filtered. If I want to filter the companies containing corporation, my list is filtered. For finance, my list is filtered. In today's episode, I will show you two ways to make such kind of list. The first method is without dynamic array functions, and the second method is with the dynamic array functions. The drop-down list created by dynamic array functions works in Office 365 only. However, the list created without dynamic array functions works on all the versions of Excel. Guys, here I have a list of Fortune 500 companies, and here I will create a searchable drop-down list. For that, we will be using three helper columns. In this column, we will calculate how many results match with our search condition. For example, here we want to create a drop-down list containing bank. Here I will type a formula equal to search this text, hit F4 to freeze in the name of the company, close bracket and enter. Just drag the formula. Here I am getting a value error where the word bank is not found in the company name. If I scroll down, I can see one where the word bank found in the company name. If I change my search text, for example, ABB and press enter, here you can see that one is coming where the ABB is found in the company name. Now I need to convert the output of this formula to true or false. I will go to the edit mode and put is error ahead of the formula. Now I will drag the formula. Now we will calculate the number of instances matching the search condition. For that we will apply if formula. If there is an error in the logical test, then give me 0, else give me max of, just select the above cell and freeze it, type a colon and put the same cell number again, I1. Make sure that you do not freeze this I1 as this has to be dynamic. Then close the max function and add 1 to it. Then close the if function and press enter. Now drag the formula. Here you can see that the first instance of ABB is coming as 1 and the second instance is coming as 2. If I type AD here, then I am getting 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Now we will get the relevant companies all together. For that we need to create a sequence here. So 1 for the first company and equal to this plus 1 for the other relevant companies. Now drag the formula. Here we will fetch the name of the company through index and match function equal to index. I need to index all this table including my helper column. Hit F4 to freeze, then comma. Row number will be determined by the match function. So match, my lookup value will be this. My lookup array will be this. F4 to freeze. Match type will be exact. Close match function, then comma. And I need column number 1 of the index table. Now close the index function and hit enter. Drag the formula. Here at the top I am getting name of the companies having bank into it and rest are the errors. To remove the errors, put a if error function. If error, if there is an error in the argument, then give me nothing. Close if error and press enter. Now drag the formula. Guys, here my list is sorted. If I type corporation here, all the matching companies are listed here. Guys, now I can create the drop down list, but the problem is that the number of companies will change as per the search criteria every time. So I need to figure out a way through which I can pick only relevant number of rows for my data validation. For that I will use the offset function. Let's try the function before putting it into the data validation. Equal to offset. The reference is the first cell of the table. Then put a comma. I don't want to offset any rows, hence leave it blank. And also I don't want to offset any columns, hence leave this blank as well. Now I need to determine how many number of rows I want in return. For that I can use count a function. Count a, my whole list is this. Just close the bracket and press enter. Here you can see that the offset function has returned the whole table. If I go to the formula bar and press F9 here, let me increase the width. Here you can see that I am getting a lot of blank values from the offset. Guys, this is happening due to count a function. If I go to the formula bar and select count a function, hit F9, here I can see that output of count a function is 500, whereas I need only relevant number of rows having the company names. Now I need to adjust the count a function to get only the relevant number of cells. For that I can use count blank function. Go to the edit mode and here minus count blank. Just give the range, F4 to freeze, close the bracket and press enter. Now if I go to the formula bar and press F9, here I am getting only the relevant results without the blank ones. Now guys, I can copy this formula, go to the search cell, data, data validation, list, and paste the formula here. Hit OK. Now I don't need this, so delete. Here if I open the drop down, I am getting a list of relevant companies. If I change my search criteria, it will not work as there is a restriction in the data validation. To remove the restriction, just go to data validation and in the error alert, just uncheck here and hit OK. Now if I type bank here, my list updates here and so the drop down list. If I type STA and open the drop down, my list updates in column K and my drop down list also updates. Guys, after putting the drop down list, you can create an information summary like this. For this I have used index and match functions. Let me check the functions. For example, I want to see the list of financial companies. Hit the drop down arrow. Here all the financial companies are listed. Just select one of them. My data is pulled in. If I want to see the insurance companies, hit the drop down. Here all the insurance companies are coming. Select the relevant one. The data is updated. So guys, this is how you can create a searchable drop down list without using dynamic array functions. Now guys, I will show how you can make a searchable drop down list using dynamic array functions. The dynamic array functions are available in Office 365 only. Hence, the drop down list created through dynamic array functions will not work in earlier versions of Excel. At first, we will filter the name of the companies in column I for the search criteria mentioned in cell L1. To start, let me mention a search criteria in the cell L1. For example, companies containing bank in their names. Here in the helper column, we will start with the search function equal to search. My search text is this, then comma, and I want to search in the name of the companies. Now close the bracket and press enter. Here you can see that Excel has filled the formula in all the cells. Here I am getting the value errors because the search string is not available in the company name. If I scroll down, you can see one where the search criteria is mentioned in the company name. If I further scroll down, you can see one here. Now I need to convert the output of search function in true or false. For that, I can go to the edit mode and put is number function ahead of search function. Just close the bracket and press enter. Here you can see that Excel has converted the errors to false and the numeric values to true. Now we can apply filter function. For that, go to the edit mode and apply filter function ahead of is number. I want to filter all this list, then comma. My filter criteria is where the output of search function is true. Now close the bracket and press enter. Here you can see that Excel has filtered the list of companies having banks in their names. Now if I type corp here, my list is filtered. If I type AED here, I am not getting back any results, and instead of name of the companies I am getting the calculation error. So here in the filter function I can mention the value if not found. Here for if empty argument I can mention any text, for example no match found. If I change my search criteria now, I am getting the results wherever the match is found and the error message where the match is not found. Now I can apply data validation to cell L1. For that, select the cell, go to data tab, hit data validation. Here in allow, select list. In the source, just pick the starting cell of the dynamic array and mention a hash to cover all the spilled values. Now go to the error alert and remove the tick mark from here. Now hit OK. My data validation is ready. Here I am getting my error message as no company available matching my search criteria. If I change my search criteria, for example ABB, and open the drop down, here I am getting list of two companies. I can select any one of these. My summary table is updated. If I type insurance and open the drop down, my drop down list is updated. I can pick any one of these. To get the list of all the companies, just delete everything from the search criteria. In column I, you can see that all the companies are listed, and in the drop down as well. If I want to see the healthcare companies, just mention the search criteria and open the drop down. Here you can see that all the relevant companies are listed. Guys, when I open the drop down list, my list is coming in an unsorted order. If I want my list to be sorted, I can apply the sort function along with the filter function. For that, just go to the place where you have applied the filter function and go to the edit mode. Apply sort function ahead of filter function. By default, the sort index is 1. 1 is for ascending order. So you can close the bracket without defining anything. Now press enter. Here you can see that my list is alphabetically sorted here. And if I open my drop down, my list is also sorted here. If I type corp here and open the drop down, my list is coming in an alphabetically sorted way. Now I can navigate to my desired company quickly. Guys, through this way you can create searchable drop down list through dynamic array functions. As you can see, this is the easiest method of doing this. Guys, here I finish my today's episode. I hope you would have liked it and learned something from it. If you would have liked this episode, then please give a thumbs up and subscribe the channel for more such videos. Guys, if you have any suggestions for me, then please mention those in the comment section. I will try to implement those. The link of the practice file I will mention in the description section. You guys can download and practice. Guys, if you have any doubts left, then please mention those in the comment section. I will try to resolve them. Now guys, I will take a leave. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye bye and see you in the next video.